Have you ever looked at a stock chart and just seen chaos? A total jumble of lines and colors? Well, believe it or not, there's a story in all that movement, a story of fear, of greed, and this constant battle between buyers and sellers. And today, we're going to learn how to read it.
It might look totally random, I get it, but hidden inside all those green and red bars are these amazing clues about where the market could be heading next. The trick is just knowing what to look for. And here's the cool part. You can absolutely learn to read it. The language is called candlesticks. Think of each shape as a word, and when you put them together, they form sentences that tell you everything about the market's mood. So let's dive in.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the big idea, the secret language itself. Then we'll zoom in on single candle clues. Then powerful 2-candle pairs, and then the really dramatic 3-candle stories. And don't worry, we'll wrap it all up with a quick cheat sheet at the end.
When you get right down to it, every single candle is basically a mini story about a fight. It's the bulls, who want to push prices up, versus the bears, who are trying to drag them down. The shape and color of that candle, that tells you who won the battle over that period of time.
All right, let's start with the simplest clues. You'd be surprised, but sometimes just one single candle can give you this powerful hint that the market's direction might be about to change.
First up, we've got the hammer. And, well, it looks just like its namesake, doesn't it? It's got this small body up top and a really long lower wick. This one little shape tells a really powerful story.
So imagine this. The price is dropping, sellers are totally in charge. They push the price way, way down. But then, bam, the buyers jump in and fight back, pushing the price all the way back up near where it started. That long lower wick, that's the evidence. It's a picture of buyers flat out rejecting lower prices. It's a classic bullish signal, especially after a long downtrend.
Now, on the flip side, we have its opposite, the shooting star. It's literally the mirror image of a hammer, a small body at the bottom with a long wick stretching up. And this story, it happens at the top of an uptrend.
So it's pretty simple, right? A hammer shows up after a fall, and it's buyers flexing their muscles, signaling a potential bottom. A shooting star appears after a rise, and it's the sellers rejecting those higher prices, signaling a potential top. They're perfect opposites.
Okay, but what happens when the fight is a tie? Well, you get a doji. The key thing here is that the open and close prices are pretty much identical. That's what gives it this thin, cross-like shape. Those wicks can be long or short, but it's that tiny body that screams doji.
You see, a doji means the market is totally undecided. It's a pause. Neither the bulls nor the bears could gain any ground. It's like the market is just taking a breath. And when you see one after a really strong trend, it can be a big warning sign that things might be losing steam.
Okay, now let's see how this all builds. Single candles are like letters. They're useful, but the story gets way more interesting when you see how two of them interact, creating a word. Now, meet the engulfing patterns. These are a big deal. In the bullish version, you have this little red selling candle that gets completely swallowed up or engulfed by a huge green buying candle. And yeah, the bearish one is the total opposite. The second candle is so big and powerful, it just completely erases the first one.
What this shows is a really decisive change of heart. This isn't just a pause, this is a full-on takeover. It's like the market is screaming, the old trend is done and a new team is in charge now. This is one of the most respected reversal signals out there.
Next up, we've got the Harami. Now, this pattern is kind of the opposite of the engulfing one we just saw. Here, you get a big candle, and it's followed by a much smaller one whose body is totally contained inside the body of the first candle. It's often called an inside candle.
So unlike that big, loud, engulfing pattern, the Harami is more of a quiet warning. That tiny second candle shows that all the momentum has just fizzled out. The trend isn't necessarily over, but it's definitely hit the brakes.
All right, it's time for the 3-candle patterns. Think of these as a complete story arc. They have a beginning, a middle filled with doubt, and a final resolution. They really paint the most complete picture of what's happening.
Let's break down the morning star, which is basically a symbol of hope. So Act 1, a big red candle shows the sellers are still in charge. Act 2, a tiny indecisive candle appears, often a doji. And for the grand finale, Act 3, a powerful green candle explodes upwards, confirming the buyers have taken over.
The morning star is a beautiful signal of a potential bottom, like a new dawn for prices. And of course, it has a bearish twin, the evening star.
This one shows up at the top of an uptrend and signals a potential fall. It's the exact same three-act play, just in reverse. Confidence, then doubt, then a reversal downwards. Phew! Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's pull all of this together into a quick and easy cheat sheet so you have it all in one place.
All right, here it is. Remember, the hammer and the morning star are your bullish signals. Buyers are stepping in. The shooting star and evening star are bearish. Sellers are taking control. A doji means indecision, a market pause. The powerful engulfing patterns signal a huge momentum shift. And finally, the Harami is that little warning sign that a strong trend might just be getting tired.
Now, here's something really important to remember. These candlestick patterns, they're not a crystal ball. They aren't going to predict the future with 100% accuracy. Think of them more like a visual map of market psychology, a way to see the collective fear and greed of everyone playing the game.
So, the next time you look at a chart, I hope you won't just see a bunch of random lines. You'll see the stories unfolding candle by candle. You now have the decoder ring. The only question left is, what stories are you going to find?